military is a real good option. It gives a young man an opportunity to kind of grow up for a few years and make money and keep them out of trouble. Hey, Kevin Turner, Sand Springs, Oklahoma. Served in the Marine Corps for 4.5 years. Really appreciate Armcorp Construction, the time and effort and money you guys, everybody getting us out on the water. We've never done any crappie fishing or anything. Actually, when I got out of the Marine Corps, I went to college and I got a degree in mechanical engineering, and so but I was focused on, I had a college professor tell me I needed to get in the safety consulting for, you know, work comp and insurance and doing stuff like that. So right after I got out of college, he called me up and he said, hey, do you want to come work here? And so, you know, I had clients all around Oklahoma, and one of my first clients was like, he was a real big bass fishing guy, and he's like, you ever fish any bass tournaments? I'm like, no. He's like, well, I need a partner for this year. So that's how all that got started. That's how all that got started. So yeah.
So you said you was in the Marine Corps. How long were you in the Marine Corps?
4.5 years. I did the whole Desert Storm thing, and
really.
So I got all expense paid trip to the desert.
Oh.
So I got out and used my GI Bill, and I was happy with that.
Well, good.
But it was really a good thing for me. I didn't know. I've got a 15-year-old son, and he kind of acts like he's not sure what he wants to do. And I said, well, you know, that military is a real good option. It gives a young man an opportunity to kind of grow up for a few years and make money and keep them out of trouble. So that's kind of been.
So did you go right out of high school?
Right out of high school, yeah. The recruiter came to school, and the guy started talking. I said, well, hang on a minute. Let me hear what this guy has to say, you know. He's like, so you're an athlete, you play all the sports? And, yes, sir, you in baseball, basketball, whatever. And he said, you want the biggest challenge of your life, son? See what you're made of, you go in the Marine Corps. And for whatever reason, that's the whole reason I went in, because he made that statement to me. I mean, when he said that to me, it just resonated, like, find out what you're really made of. So do you guys get to pre-fish all week?
I started on Sunday, and we start fishing tomorrow. So that
you're wasting your valuable time doing this with us guys.
Yeah, you're worth it. We appreciate what you've done, and that's just a little bit of way to show you thank you. So crappie, I know you're seeing all these different fish on here, but crappie are stationary fish. So these fish that are swimming, they're like that one. It's really actually moving. See how he just kind of kicked around? He's swimming. And crappie, for the most part, aren't doing that. I don't know if that's a black bass or a sand bass or whatever, but it's not a crappie. I've trained my eyes to pick up crappie, and so all this other stuff that you're seeing, and feel free to ask questions, but I'm filtering it out so quick without even telling you what we're doing.
Yeah, it's just noise.
Yeah,
that's the one thing. Keystone has the hybrids and stuff, and one thing I've noticed, when a school of them come through, everything else leaves. Like I'm sure they're going to get, you know, but I mean, like, it's just when they come through, you can see, you know, like if you're out even in deeper water, you'll see a school of shad go by, and then they'll just really scatter and take off, and then you'll see some of the hybrids come running through.
Absolutely.
So what's your favorite lake to crappie fish on? Is it,
You know, you get asked that a lot. You kind of got to go back to Grenada, Mississippi, just because there's so many quality fish there. So a little bit more. It's pointing right out there.
okay. So I'm gonna ride on it.
Yeah, right down the middle, just like you're doing. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop. Here he comes. See how he turned up? Nothing to it. So you can kind of take your pick, whichever. I'd start at the top, I think, and work my way down, see if any of them cooperate. So see where that's
I'm a little bit
yep.
left. Yep.
And the wind's blowing this. I'm gonna spin the boat just a little bit. It looks so easy.
Boat control is the hardest. Let's see here.
Should be. All right, so
Need to bring it in a little bit.
you're correct. Oh, something whacked you.
I think it was maybe a drive-by sandbag. I thought something coming over there.
I think you called that one correct. So a little bit left.
Oh,
There you go.
that other
the other left.
the
There you go.
left.
Straight on down. Stop. See how he looked at you? Now lift slowly. Slowly lift. Huh. That should have been a fish in the boat. He quit
So
on
you
you.
drop it back down a little bit?
Which one's you? Let me kind of lift it up and down a little bit. Let me find you. So, yeah, I'm not.
Set it over there.
You did everything perfect. He just wasn't in the mood to bite. So straight on down.
Put it down to those.
Yeah. Get off trolling motor. Really?
Little one.
Yep.
We'll go back down to him now.
A little bit more left. You're kind of out of the center. Just like on, you know, it looks easy. There's a spoonbill. Just drop it out there. But you got to figure out where left and right. And
I've done a lot of study on the whole. That's a nice one there. Oh, he felt nice.
surprised you.
The tree. But I've done a whole lot of studying on the whole, you know, your cone angle and stuff. You know how it's 1.5 feet at 5 feet, and then it doubles. You know.
Mm-hmm. I think there's actually one laying. This a lot of times these are better. See that log? You see that fish sitting right on the top of it, barely see it at all. Oh, something come out and whacked you there.
Thought I was on the limb. Let's see, did I get it all the way down?
I think you're there. Lift up just a little so I find your. That may be you coming across right now.
Yeah, that's mine right there, right?
There was a fish following you up.
Go back. You prescribed to the go back down method or just redrop on?
Nah, we'll redrop. I've crowded it too much. Got to get backed out here. Got to find him again. I think this is it right here.
Okay, so that'd be straight out that way.
A little bit left because it's falling right in there. Right there. Come on, fish. Oh, that wasn't the same one, but I think there was 3 of them there, is what it turned out to be, instead of one big one 3 little bitty ones.
That's
You're getting the hang of it
That's
now.
the job of the cameraman, to make them look bigger. Anyway.
Yeah, hold them real close. That's the trick.
I love them all. I love the thump they.
Well, that thump is fun. But everything else on the screen is just, it's swimming around, kind of doing its own thing. And every now and then you'll just see a crappie just sitting there.
Is that year round, or is it winter time more, or just year round?
That's just their behavior. It's kind of like them old big bucks in deer hunting. They're living in a little bitty 2-acre spot over there full of greenbriers, and nobody ever goes over and pesters them, so they grow up and be big. They've got a different pattern of behavior. And I think that crappie are, as they get bigger, there's a reason that they survived as long as they did to get bigger. You know, bigger is just age for the most part.
Or do you find a little bit of ripple is better because it hides the boat, or does it make boat slap? Or
absolutely, boat slap is a problem. A little bit of ripple is.
Do you think it helps the bite, just a little ripple on the water versus slick calm?
You know, I don't know if I've ever noticed it on the bite, but I like a little bit of wind to keep me pointed in the direction.
In the direction, that way you're not. Really appreciate you taking me out today. It was an awesome day.
Well, I had a good time. You know, sorry we didn't catch the fish that we wanted, but you know, that's fishing. We had a good time out here visiting, and it's good to get to know you. You just holler at me. We both live in Oklahoma. We'll get together and we'll do something.
I'd love to learn a little more about it, for sure.
Sounds good. Thank you again for your service, and thanks for coming fishing.